A parking valet is hired to date an A-list actress who is trying to cover up an illicit affair. Let's talk about the romantic comedy, The Valet. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new film, The Valet, which is streaming right now on Hulu. Before we tackle this movie, I do want to welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video and my channel. Please consider subscribing down below there, gearing up for 1,000 subscribers before too long. Hope we get there pretty soon. And you could certainly be a part of that, and I'd appreciate it. We do a bunch of TV and movie reviews here on the channel. I try to put up like 5 or 6 a week, so there's always something new to check out. And this one is for a new movie, exclusive to Hulu. It is called The Valet, and I basically described the plot for you in the intro. So Eugenio Derbez, who is coming off of a Best Picture winner with Coda. He had a nice supporting role in that movie. He is the parking valet here in this film, and he is caught up in this sort of fake romance situation with the Samara Weaving character, who is, this really hot A-list actress, but she is having an affair with this billionaire played by Max Greenfield from The New Girl, and he is, married with this wonderful wife played by Betsy Brandt, and she has a sneaking suspicion something is going on. So when there's a paparazzi photo that surfaces with the two of them, but Eugenio Derbez's character is in the background, her people and his people try to track him down and say, hey, do you want to date this gal, or at least appear to, and we'll pay you for that. So it goes from there. And this is a romantic comedy, and 2022 seems to be sort of a return to the rom-com. It's been really a few years since we've gotten, a bunch of good ones. But this year, there's been quite a few, and I've graded all of them positively so far. The worst of them, I guess, being Senior Year with Rebel Wilson, but even that was a C+ for me. So, not too bad. But you had Marry Me with J-Lo and Owen Wilson. You had The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. You had I Want You Back with Jenny Slate, and was it Adam Pally that was in that? I forget now who the guy was. No, it was Charlie Day. And then just recently, you had another one that I can't even think of right now. But anyway, so The Valet is, continuing on with this trend. There's a bunch of rom-coms that are coming out. So this actually is taken from a 2006 French film of the same name. And it's little known. I'm not going to pretend like I ever heard of this thing. I'm not that much of a film snob. I see some French films now and then, but never heard of this one. But obviously with a bit of an upswing with rom-coms, they have been mining some old properties, I guess. And, look, sometimes if you make the American version too soon after the original, people are really going to compare and contrast. But this original is almost 20 years old, so at this point, that's the standard for a Hollywood reboot these days. So no big surprise there. But a few interesting things about this movie. You can go a couple of different ways with your rom-com. You can go more sort of the sweet route like Marry Me did, or you could go the, laugh out loud funny route like, The Lost City or I Want You Back. This one sort of splits the difference. I got a few chuckles from this, a couple of nice laughs, but I would say for the most part, this is more of this is a sweet story. So what connected me really was the characters. I'm not saying that any of these rom-coms really have reinvented the wheel. It's very hard to do that in this space. I think, the genre is kind of been done to death. So every so often there'll be one that really sticks out, like a Silver Linings Playbook that does something completely different. This is not quite that, but I will say it offered up some nice character development for several of these characters. Max Greenfield, sort of the classic billionaire villain type, anybody can be paid off, that sort of thing. And there is something about the sweetness of the Derbez character of, look, somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, but also has his pride and doesn't want to necessarily, sell himself basically to be a part of this scenario. So I really liked his character, and he seems like a nice guy. Now, I will say it's possibly a little cliche that he's a good 20 years older than Samara Weaving, and they're really attempting to, and that gets brought up in the movie, there's no doubt about that. But, it is sort of that classic trope with that. But all the while, he's attempting to get back with his ex as well. She's with somebody else now, but she sees that he's, what she thinks is dating this hot actress babe, and she's like, oh my God, I want you back. So he's sort of caught in between a couple of things as well. So look, I think this movie has some things going for it. Again, I'm not going to say that it's completely unique in its premise or anything, but honestly, after a few years off of the rom-com scene, we've gotten maybe a couple here or there, but with sort of the advent of streaming, it allows them to do a lot of these romantic comedies more, on the cheap. Maybe you don't have to promote it that much. You don't have to pay the studios or the exhibitors to show your movie, et cetera, et cetera. So, it's a nice little niche that has been provided here. And Netflix has been doing pretty well with them, but more on the younger set, like To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and they tried The Kissing Booth. Those aren't really good movies, but they've had their space there. So now it's kind of spreading out a little bit. Each of the different platforms is getting one. I think this one is pretty good. Samara Weaving, by the way, is, I think, going to be a really good actress here. In the next few years, I think we're going to be hearing a lot about her. Ever since I saw her in Ready or Not, I think that was maybe the first thing I saw her in. I was like, okay, this one is one to watch. She has a lot of talent that I think goes beyond, oh yeah, she's very pretty. She's done a bunch of different things. Wasn't she in Bill and Ted? I think she played one of the daughters, one of the offspring in the third Bill and Ted movie. So she's very talented, and I think her and Derbez do actually have kind of a nice chemistry here. So through it all, I enjoyed this movie. Fairly typical for a rom-com, but I'm going to leave The Valet with a B. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back here next time for another review on Dan Reviews It. Bye.